If you were looking for a video tutorial showing you how to print photos step by step at home, then stay tuned, you won't want to miss this video. Hey, what is going on? The printer guy here. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to print photos at home. I'll be taking you through a step-by-step process and showing you everything you need to know so that you can successfully print the highest quality photos at home. Now, on this channel, I have reviewed many different printers, printed photos on many different types of printers. And so I know that the inkjet printer is going to be the best type of printer for you to use to print photos. If you have a laser printer at home, these instructions will not apply. Now, you most likely have an inkjet printer. If you don't know, you do a quick Google search of your printer model and it will tell you whether or not your printer can print photos. All right, so if this video ends up being helpful, please make sure to like. Any questions at all, comment below. And if you want more content like this, please make sure to subscribe. Also, there will be video chapters down below this video so that you can get to different parts of the video. Of course, I always recommend you watch the entire video. Now, whether you are a beginner and printing photos for the first time, or you're just brushing up on your ability to print photos, this video will be helpful to you. There will also be product links down in the description below for some different products I'll end up talking about along the way in this video. All right, so the first thing you will want to do when you're printing photos is you'll want to identify where those photos are. Now, this sounds really simple, but are they on your smartphone? Are they on your PC? Are they on a memory card? You'll want to be aware of where they are because you will want to now organize those photos in a folder on whatever device you're wanting to print from so that they're nice and organized in one place and ready to print. So the materials you will need to print photos, kind of obvious, but you'll need an inkjet printer. You will need a computer or smartphone to print from. That's where your photos are going to be printed, or a memory card. If you have a printer that has the ability to have a memory card inserted into the printer, that also works. And there might be some other methods that you have, maybe connecting a digital camera and some other ways, but you'll want to get all the materials that you need, the device that you want to transfer your photos to the printer from, whether wireless or connected. You'll want the printer itself, and you will want to know the size of photo paper. So photo paper is going to be essential. Are you printing one of the main 4 sizes? And that would be, are you printing 4x6, 5x7, 8.5 by 11, or are you going, much higher to a 13 by 19 or 13 by 14, 15? That's going to be a larger format, which is going to be less likely that you would print that size. More likely is 4x6, 5x7, and 8.5 by 11. Now, here at Best Printers, we do sell a high quality photo paper. We do have currently a 4x6 size, and we also have a 5x7 size. And so if you'd like to purchase this photo paper, it's going to be a lot less expensive than your HP, Epson, Canon, Brother photo papers. You can find it on Amazon. There's going to be a link down in the description below. This is an in-house brand. I use this product all the time. Most of the photos that you will see in this video are using Best Printers photo paper. And I'll make sure to let you know what photo paper I'm using when I'm showing you some different photos that I've printed, whether it was Canon, HP, or a Best Printers branded photo paper. All right, so those will be the first links down in the description below. You can pause this video at any time, check those out, come back and watch this video. Also save this video because there's going to be a lot of helpful information in here. All right, so when you look at your printer, you either have a bottom paper tray or a back paper tray. Typically, you will want to use a back paper tray if possible, but there are instances, and I do have an HP printer, where you have to bottom feed the photos. So just identify that. If you have a back paper tray, you also want to select all the settings that you are putting on your device that you're printing from. You want to also input those settings on the printer. Many times it will request those same settings. If you're changing the photo paper type, that will need to be changed on the printer many times as well. But when we're looking at the printer itself, you are removing any other media. It's most likely regular photo paper that you have already sitting there. Remove that entire set of paper. And many times the way you will want to do this is you'll want to take your photo paper and you'll want to flip it with the backside facing you. Now, there are 2 different ways to input your photo paper into a printer. If you are backloading it, you will want the glossy side or the photo side facing you. If you are feeding it through the bottom of the printer, bottom loading, you will want the back side of the photo facing you, or when you look down on it, you should see the back side of the photo paper, not the front side. So those would be opposite. So you'll really want to know the difference, because if not, you'll end up printing on the wrong side. All right, so number 2, you will want to do a print preview. Once you've located where your photo photos are, you're going to do a print preview either on your printer directly or more likely on your smartphone or PC or Mac. So your print preview is basically you selecting the photos. Let's say you're using a computer, you're going to select the photos, you're going to right click, let's say for example, or with a Mac, you're going to do Command P, and that essentially should pull up the photos in a window where you can adjust the settings. So you'll want to see how that looks. You'll want to see what the print preview is, and we'll talk about the settings here in just a moment. Now, once you're at this point, you'll want to know how many photos you want to print. Are you printing multiple copies of one photo? Are you printing, 100 different photos, but just one copy? You'll want to narrow that down and figure out what your project looks like. Printing a lot of family photos, maybe 20, 25 at a time. You'll want to set aside some time for that. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. All right, so number 3, we are now at the point where we can start to adjust our settings. Now with a smartphone, to get to your print preview, you would simply go to the photo and you would click the share button. This is for iPhone. You should have something comparable on an Android device, and you should have an option that says print, and you should be able to select the printer. If you're printing wirelessly, you should be able to select the printer that you would like to print from. All right, so now we move into adjusting our print settings. This is one of the most important steps that I believe most people skip when printing photos at home. And this is where you will need to adjust the type of photo paper that you are using. You need to know whether it's glossy, whether it's satin, whether it's matte. This is more of a glossy finish. This is the Best Printers photo paper. This is the 4x6. This is going to be more of a glossy type of photo paper. If you don't know, you generally just want to select photo paper if there is that option. Using a Mac, there is a section, and using a smartphone, using Windows, there's a section where you will at the very top have the option to select the photo paper type that you are using. Next, you'll want to know the sizing. So you can size up, size down, you can zoom in, zoom out on the photo, and you will want to be aware of that function because you are able to adjust that as well. Now, most softwares, when you are adjusting the settings on one photo, it typically will carry over. Those settings will be used for all of the photos. But if not, you'll want to take note of the settings that you used with the first photo if you're wanting to use those across all of the photos that you are printing. Next, you'll want to know if you want to print with borders or borderless. There are some printers that do not print borderless photos. So that's something you'll want to know, and it might guide you in your printer purchasing decisions in the future if that's something that you wanted and you don't currently have. A lot of printers don't have the ability to print borderless. Borderless just means that there's not a white outline on the outskirt of the photo. Next is quality. Across every device, you should have the option to adjust the quality. Highest quality, best, better. There should be something along those lines to help you adjust the quality. You don't want to print on normal. In my opinion, when you're printing photos, I would select the absolute best quality setting. So you should have adjusted any other settings. Any other settings you notice, kind of go through them, make sure that everything looks good before you hit print. But once you've adjusted all your settings, you are now ready to hit print. Now, when you hit print, you'll want to make sure that the printer actually received that job and that it is initializing and starting the process of printing. Once you're able to confirm that that print job has started, you will want to take a look once that photo is printed. If you're printing multiple photos, that first photo is really a good indication of if that's the quality that you would like to have going forward. Now, I would recommend printing one photo at a time initially when you're using your initial settings. That way you can make sure that quality is there and you don't have to go and cancel the entire print job. But that first photo, you can take a look at it and make sure that the quality is there, make sure that all of the sizing is correct. And you'll also want to make sure that there's no trouble with the actual photo that's being printed. All right, so in the last segment of this video, I wanted to talk about bigger projects. If you are printing over 20 photos and really up to 20 photos, I would say you really want to keep some things in mind. You'll want to keep in mind approximately how long it will take for your printer to print that many photos. And you also want to factor in delays that may come up with your printer. You want to make sure that you have enough ink in your printer. There's a lot of different factors. If you're printing multiple pictures at a time, there's a lot of issues you could run into, and you really will want to monitor your printer and expect for there to be some kind of problem along the way, because most of the time you're going to have some issue with the printer. There's going to be some problem that you'll have to intervene in. You don't don't just simply send a photo job of 20 or 25, 100 photos and expect it to be perfect. Now, it could be that you set everything up and you have a high quality printer that is seamless, but most likely there will be some intervention that you will need to do in order to get the absolute best quality and to be able to finalize a big print job like 20, 25, up to 100 photos. Now, there also is a maximum output on the printer tray. So you'll want to know what the maximum output is. A lot of times it's 100, but that's usually plain sheets of paper. So I would say, generally speaking, most standard inkjet printers are going to max out at about 20 to 25 photos. So you'll want to take a look at your specific printer and know all of these details. So there is time that is needed. Most printers can print photos within 2 minutes. So if you have 20 photos, 2 times 20, that's 40 minutes, plus any other adjustments that might be an extra 10 to 20 minutes. So you're looking at about 50 minutes to an hour for something like that. So you can use that math generally. Your specific printer has a time that it takes to print photos, and you will want to find that out. All right, I really hope that this video ended up being helpful. If it was, please make sure to like this video. Any questions at all, comment below. And if you want more content like this, please make sure to subscribe. Also, keep in mind our high quality Best Printers photo paper, really inexpensive option when it comes to photo paper online. But that's really all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time. Thank you so much for watching until the end of this video. I handpicked 2 videos that are here on the screen for you to watch next. Also consider subscribing to this channel. There's so much helpful content for you if you're a printer owner, and it's just good to have a resource like this for you in the future, whether you're dealing with a printer that's not printing well or you need more printer recommendations. So I look forward to seeing you again.